All right. Well, Satisfactory is back. And we're back for Satisfactory. All right. We're back in the original hub area. Turn on sprint there. Yep. Okay. What are we here to do? We are here to do some. Good morning, Mastazah. Yes, I am up early. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's a trend of me waking up like at 2:30 in the morning Pacific time, but I hope I don't know. I went to bed at a very reasonable time, so it's not like I got a huge amount of sleep. But if I wake up and I'm not getting back to sleep, then might as well stream some Satisfactory. I'm here to do some milestones. I'm particularly interested in getting nuclear power so that we get the final scanner thing. And then we might do some of this other stuff later. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and... This is just normal motor, yeah. And so these things don't require turbo motor or anything like that. So let's just do this. Also, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to carry the hub over to the new factory area, and I'm going to do it while the pod's away. So let's see if that causes any problems, because it could. I don't know. Okay. Let's go get the motors first, because that's the longest walk. All right. So once I have the uranium on scanner, I'll explain what is going on today. Let's see, so 200 of each of these. Well, I can't fit all that stuff, but let's just deliver this stuff and come back. Oh wait, I can do this? Yes. No. Well, anyway.
Milestone reached. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output.
Mm-hmm.
Protective measures against radiation have been included. Note: this method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
All right. So, I think one thing I am going to do is, so if I move the hub over to the new area, it's going to be a long time before the new factory has production lines for like computers and heavy modular frames and stuff. So I'm gonna just have to manually ship that stuff over there. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, life-giving radiation. Uh-huh. You know, back in the 50s, I want to say, they actually made, like, these snake oil, like, water pitchers and stuff out of uranium. I mean, okay, so there's lots of stories of American products being made from ceramics containing uranium. There's like there's the classic Fiestaware orange, just normal ceramic kitchenware that was orange due to uranium, and has some amount of background radiation. But that was like mostly not dangerous. I mean, you don't really want to use it, but it's anyway. I'm here to move the hub, so. Is it gonna wait for the pod to get back? Nope. Okay, it just doesn't have an animation. So now I have hub parts here, and the pod. I don't know what's gonna happen to the pod. I'm guessing that if the hub's collected when the pod returns, then like it just spawns in with the pod. When you build it again. I think that's. I feel like I should be carrying some stuff over there. Let's grab some more bullets. Also, actually, let's grab some more steel pipes. Is that actually necessary? I think I actually have steel pipe production online over there. This is. I can grab like 2 things of steel pipes, just. And then grab bullets. Yeah. If something catastrophic happens because I collected the pod, or collected the hub with the pod away, I'll just reload the game because I haven't done anything else today, so. Okay. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, uranium in consumer goods. So, but besides Fiestaware, I can't even remember what they were called, but they had some very silly trademark. They made, like, extra radioactive, like, ceramic canisters for storing food and water in the belief that the extra radiation would make the food, like, have fictitious healing properties, which radiation, of course, does the opposite of that. But they definitely did do that. Alright, my suspicion is that, let's actually pause here. My suspicion is that there's uranium near the danger zone, or possibly somewhere else on this high plateau here. But we can now scan for it, so let's find out. Or it's over there. And it's in the danger zone, okay. And it's also, okay, yeah, so near the mist cave. Yesterday I was doing some just random exploring, and I found a weird place that I labeled the mist cave that I decided I wanted to save exploration of that for on stream at some point. And there's a uranium source over there, which may actually be the closest uranium to the balloon work. In that case, it's possible that uranium is underground, but I won't actually need to be mining uranium for a long time. I guess actually another thing I should do is once I get over there, I'll look at what's required for all the uranium parts. Once again, you move way faster on the belts than items do. Although actually, this might be... I also built a launch tower right in the middle of the Lumen Work Factory. I had previously mentioned I was going to do that anyway, but I actually did it. My intention is for it to be a multi-level launch tower with like a medium level and then a higher level. Where should I be going here? Oh right, we want to place the hub, and we want the hub to be over here. All right. Let's expand this pedal out a little bit. Okay. Now, do I care exactly where I put the hub on this pedal? Not especially. I could put it straight down the middle, but there's not really a compelling reason to do that. Wait, I can build another space elevator? Wow, I can queue multiple space elevators. It manifestly will not do anything. No, don't do that. Oh, nope. Gives you the error message. You can only build one. Okay, fine. Anyway, also I might have to like redo some of the early. Well, we'll see how this comes up. Which way do I want it pointing? So the power plants will show up on what is currently the right side, and the power plants are things that I don't care about at all. Just put it here. Okay. Hey, the pod's not there, so good morning, the Weeby. All the bangs are back. That's really irritating. Okay. I can make the bangs go away by looking at things. I'm doing fine. How are you? So let's see. So in about 6 minutes, the pod will return, and hopefully it'll return here. We will get to see if that actually happens. How far am I into Satisfactory? That's a good question. I just launched the nuclear power milestone. So I've completed, actually I'll just pull up the milestone list. So I've completed both of the tier 7 milestones. I still have a lot of things to do in tier 6. I want to do Does this get me the... No. Something enables geothermal power, and I can't remember where it is. Oh, advanced deuterium, okay. I'm interested in this because it'll allow me to scan for geysers, but this requires supercomputers, and I could probably manually craft 20 supercomputers actually, but I probably won't do that on stream. Alright, and we were going to look at uranium-based technology. So, go over here. A nuclear power plant requires 5 supercomputers and 15 high-speed connectors. That's actually not bad. I mean, and then other more basic things. I would have guessed it would require fancier stuff. What else do we have? Any other buildings, or is it all in other recipes? There's also truck and explorer, but whatever. Geothermals. Not worth it. Well, I mean, I assume they don't require any fuel input besides being built on the steam vents or whatever they're called. So that is a significant upside, I guess. Although you can't build more than one, so I'm speculating. So you're right in that it's difficult to make it worth it. Although it is an incentive to go on Safari, which I do enjoy going on Safari from time to time. Other recipes. So uranium cell takes uranium and concrete, and then control rods takes stators and AI limiters. That's all relatively straightforward. You want to tell me what? Okay. Yes, regulate power expenditure via electromagnetism. That's okay, so this thing's called a control rod, and I'm guessing it does something different than what actual control rods do, because actual control rods regulate fission, and you cannot regulate fission via electromagnetism because fission rates are determined by neutron flux, and neutrons are electrically neutral. Don't worry about it. I guess the other things that I'm going to need are like the safety equipment. Yeah, like iodine infused filter, for example, which takes normal filter, which I have to research gas masks. I haven't done that. Okay, so once the pod gets back, researching gas masks will be a priority. I would say I'm not a nuclear physicist, I'm more of a nuclear enthusiast. I'm guessing that what was I looking at? So, I'm guessing the point of electromagnetic control rods are that, like, it regulates how fast a nuclear reactor burns consumes uranium, because this is sort of like, in Factorio, if you just fed nuclear fuel into a nuclear reactor continuously, it would consume it continuously, even if you weren't using all the power. So these things probably regulate how much electricity, make it so that a nuclear power plant produces electricity according to demand and not just at maximum at all times. Anyway, one of the reasons I just moved the hub is I wanted it closer to my main operations so that I can research hard drives. Because I have I don't know about a lot, but I have some hard drives. And I want to be researching those because it might... Oh, here comes the pod. Which is actually over here, I think. Anyway, hard drives do unlock blueprints that could have significant effects on how I lay out the factory, so I don't want to sleep on doing those. Okay, let's do gas masks because that's required for nuclear stuff, which, again, I won't be doing nuclear stuff anytime real soon, but having gas masks is still something I want to have, so. And I should, oh wait, the motors are, well then. I did ship over a bunch of heavy modular frames and computers. I did not ship over any motors. In that case, I might not bother with that for the time being, because I don't want to walk back over there right now. Right, because I don't have any motors here. Yeah. I guess I do have a lot of stators. If I was boring, I could, or... I don't have a lot of stators. I do have a lot of rotors. In any case, I'm going to put away some of my bullets here. Okay. In any case, so uranium cell is like, so it's like a one-step process of uranium ore to uranium cell, which I kind of thought there would be more steps in between those, like we'd make like uranium ingot or something like that, but I guess it sort of makes sense that you don't actually want uranium ingots. So this is relatively simple as far as games like this go. What else? I guess that's actually it. Is there anything else I should be doing instead of gas mask? Not really. So the title of the stream is Design Restrictions because I decided that one thing I want to do with this factory, which let's go up here just to look at things. Oops. One of the things I want to do is have it so that materials that get moved around on conveyor belts don't have to move more than one level up. So, to explain what I mean by that, there's all these everything that all the various things you have to mine out of the ground, and then all those things will be converging onto this factory, and so I don't want to. So all that stuff's going to travel via conveyor belt along the ground and then up to the factory level. And I don't want to have to move anything from the ground up higher than factory level 1, because there will eventually be another level of factory above this one. And it wouldn't be a huge problem, but I just kind of want to avoid having to move things more higher than ground to level 1. Ground to level 2, like I said, wouldn't kill me, but just it seems like a reasonable design goal to not have that happen. And similarly, I don't know if I'm going to have more than 2 levels to this factory, but if I do have more than 2 levels, I don't want to have to move anything from factory level 1 up to factory level 3, should it exist. So what that means is that the first level needs to prioritize everything that uses either like the actual products that you mine out of the ground here or the like first level production products. That's notable for things like bauxite, where aluminum ingots require silica to be smelted, and same with like steel products, because steel requires iron ore and coal. Anyway, so to that end, I might make an exception for uranium just because I don't know if I might do nuclear, whatever it was, uranium cell production off-site. That might be a thing that happens. So whereas, oh, I should also, let's just do a quick, like, sulfur scan, because I forget where the various sulfur deposits are. And I'll look at the results of that whenever they're in. Oh, that's pretty close by. Wait, really? Okay, so over there. I feel like I've been over there recently. I don't remember seeing sulfur, but actually I probably was over here because there was a pod there and I probably didn't go over there. Although actually maybe I can get over there. Let's take a little detour. Well, along the way I will point out. So that factory over there, no, incorrect. That factory over there is smelting iron ore and coal into steel. And that's fine and good. This facility here is taking steel ingots and making them into steel rod pipe, which is being used to make encased industrial beams. So this actually goes a little bit against the design philosophy I just mentioned, because this is using a level, parts of factory level 1 to produce, like, secondary parts, being steel pipes and encased industrial beam. I'm fine with that difference because I need encased industrial beam to make Mark IV conveyor belts, which I just need a lot of, so I'm not going to wait until I have a level 2 factory, or the second factory level, to be making encased industrial beam. That would just take forever. So, so the first priority on factory level 1 is processing of materials that have to be piped in and mined out of the ground. But I'm okay with doing the most crucial parts of production. Over here, I built a thing off stream to process iron ingots. I think for really basic processing, like smelting iron ore into iron ingots, I don't need to do that on the factory level. I can do that like locally at the iron mines. So that's one little bit of work that I'm okay with offloading to off-site locations. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can find that sulfur. It's not particularly important that I get the sulfur going like soon, but I want to know where it is. Because yeah, on last stream I went and got that crashed pod, which is there, and that seems very close to the sulfur, which is probably like over there. So I can probably just walk there. Let's put on a parachute. This might involve walking through some poisonous gas, but that's not a problem. Oh, okay, it actually is on this platform. On this, like, mesa. Okay, let's just redo the sulfur scan. It should be, yep, right there. Yeah, there's a summer sloop here. Wow, this is a lot of poison gas. This is quite a lot of poison gas. Also, is it really right here and I just walked over it, or is it below this? Okay, so it's actually not on this level. That's quite entertaining. So that means, because like, I'll just do this again to like triple confirm this. Yes, there's a summer sloop there, I don't care. Okay. Okay. If it's in there, it's kind of hard to divine how to get down there. Let's see if that is an entrance. Otherwise, it might be down on a lower level. This is promising. Well, this is, well, promising in the sense that it is a way to go. Let's loop around this way. I mean, this is actually not a foreign area to me. This is like where I was mining coal. And I don't recall seeing an entrance into a cave or anything like that, but it may exist and I may have just missed it. Because, if we scan here, wait, it's above this? How does that work? This is gonna get interesting. I'm skeptical, but I'm gonna just mine this in the event this is like blocking a doorway. I really don't need this limestone, but okay. So I didn't think it was going to be blocking a doorway, but that would be an amusing way to fail by simply not seeing that. Okay, so as I said, I think there probably is a cave entrance somewhere nearby that enables access to that sulfur, but I'm not sure. Also, there's a crashed pod over there, which I'll try to follow up with that later. That's weird. There's a Caterium ore nodule here, but it's placed kind of strangely. Let's chop down this fungus. Okay. Oops. Okay, anyway. If this sulfur is hard to get to, there is another sulfur source over there, which I wonder if I can just walk over there. It looks like there is a ramp if you are dedicated. Yeah, let's try out our medium tier launch tower. Unless I can find the this stipulated cave entrance in, well, on my way over there. Oh, more crabs. Yeah, I want to go this way. Oh, hey. This is quite promising. So there's some cracked boulders, which means I'm gonna guess that if I break these, I will gain entrance to a place, and that will be where the sulfur... Oh, or it's just a power slug. That's a little disappointing. Well, oh well. Alright, so where was that sulfur? I think it was over here. Yeah, it was over here. Yeah, because to walk there, I would have to go this way and then, like, loop around here and then go up there. Alternatively, I could take this. So the causeway terminates over here, so I could take this land bridge and go that way. And all of those are fine, but what if I just use a launch tower? I guess this will work. Unless it doesn't, I don't know. Oh wait, no, yeah, this is fine. Alright, so... right. So actually, there are a couple of different launch towers I can use. I'm going to use the new one. I might be disassembling that launch tower over there, because it's less convenient and also has less utility. By which I mean that it's like, it takes a long time to climb, and also, but not so long as to actually take you anywhere. Like, anyway, like I said, I intend for that launch tower to be superseded by this one. So this one takes about 30 seconds to climb to the first level, which I think is a very reasonable implementation. Okay, so the direction we want to go is, like, probably right in the direction of the staircase. That's entertaining. Actually, more like about, nope. More like that direction. Yes. Okay. How do you like that? Yeah, that's all right. All right, here we go. Yep, there's a sulfur deposit. Right there out in the open. That's a lot more convenient. It's lightly defended. It was defended by a single hog. That seems improbable. Well, okay. I would have expected a little bit more gusto than that. Well, I have abundant evidence that animals just kind of migrate around. Also, there's a power slug up there. Like, what the heck? Where is everybody? There's a... No, pet the dog. Nope. Still have not implemented dog petting. Oh, there's some more hogs. Hello. This is a rather inconvenient place to be dodging hogs because I can't see. And I'd prefer not to fall. Where'd they go? Okay. Did they just like charge off of the plateau? I think they did. Okay. I know there's another one around somewhere. But... There's also a suspiciously large amount of paleberry around here. Well, anyway, I found the thing, so I don't know if I need to hang around necessarily. You know what? I'm going to throw down a beacon here just for my own convenience. So one technology that I figured out is that you can, in the map, you can make it so that beacons don't actually project on the HUD. So, for example, if I put sulfur to near, then it actually will show up like on the HUD right there. But I don't want it to do that. I just want it to show up on the actual map display. So, which is all I really need. Oh, I guess I should get my rifle back out. And now, how to get back? I think I can just... Oh, I hear another hog somewhere. I can go down here, or I can go down over here. Kind of curious. I always assume that there's stuff on high ground, which... There's a lot of like green mist around here. But there also is actual crabs. Oh, and a hog. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, boy. Let's just parachute down and get on with life. I saw this puddle and thought it was an abyss. Fortunately, it's just kind of a bad water texture. I think probably I could turn up texture quality and it would look a little less bad, but I currently have texture quality turned down to like medium, just for stream quality. Anyway, this whole area just looks weird between the bad water texture and the green fog. Maybe I should have keep my parachutes up. Is that really the direction I want to go? Approximately is. This will just be a little bit of fall damage, but it won't be like lethal. Is this even gonna get me there? Yeah, okay. This will get me there. It'll just require a bit of horsing around here. Okay, so now I've located sulfur. And that is relevant pursuant to my goal of getting most processing done on factory level 1. The other thing I'm going to care about are things like Caterium and quartz and oil, which... Let's find Caterium. Oh, I probably walked right past it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go ahead and flag that one too, which will be a bit of a walk, but not too bad. How am I doing on beacons? I have 13 beacons, that's probably fine for now. Okay, so it's like right up here. And again, I want to also verify that it's above ground. That seems relevant. So we can follow the coal line most of the way there, but then we're going to have to take a right turn once we get a little bit closer. Yeah. Nope, not that way. Okay. I hear a power slug. Oh, it's in this fungus. Yeah, okay. Make more inventory space by throwing away limestone. Oh, I probably also have a... Once I flag this Caterium, I'll try to make sure to get back to the base and check on hard drive research. Well, I believe cracked boulders have secrets, so... yes, well... Or just power slugs. Alright, where am I going? I want to go... Yeah, up this... This... More than... This is nominally a ramp, but... Oh, okay, here's the more reasonable ramp. Okay. And here we go. Caterium, okay. Again, apparently unguarded. There's probably guys up there, but they're not here, so... Let's see if there's... Oh, actually, this is a very good Caterium deposit, because there are two... I just need to clear this out. There we go. Alright, let's throw down a beacon here, because again, it'll be a little while before I actually mine this Caterium, but... And as before, set the beacon range to none. Okay. Alright. Is there anything else I need to do this for? Because from other exploration, I know that there's a major quartz area over here, and I'll use that for quartz. There's oil... A decent supply of oil. There are oil patches. There's a couple over here, and then there's a couple over somewhere in this, like, this is all desert area, and there's some oil in here. that will probably be my primary oil source. There's bauxite. There's bauxite basically right on top of here, and then also in this lake system over here, there's at least one other bauxite deposit, and those will probably be my primary bauxite sources. Again, uranium is located like over somewhere over here, and then in the danger zone. What else we got? Oops. Yeah, okay. Eat that nut. I think that's basically it. Like, I already know where there's iron, and yeah. So, we can just actually, while we're out here, I'll do a crude oil scan and get a better sense for where that thing is. Oh, there's also, yeah, there's this source over here, and then there's, right. So this is like 2 patches. Over here there's about 4 patches, and that'd be better. And then there's some very far away. I know that out here there's possibly more, but I think it's the terrain to get over here is a little bit rough, because there's like either this land bridge, which is very tall, or you have to go through this business, which would get kind of messy. So in any case, all right, let's get back to the base and do some hard drive research. Oops, I might have to take some explosion damage here. Well, actually, yes. I've gotten myself into a closet here, but I can get myself out. I wonder what would happen if you didn't have explosives and you got yourself in here. You'd be in some trouble. I guess you could build your way out. Oh, I just walked out. Hilarious. Okay. Yeah, you could like build a stack of ladders or something like that, and that would get you out. Be a little obnoxious, and if you didn't have anything, I guess if you screwed up real bad, you can just use the manual respawn button, but in any case, kind of curious about this location, that area down there, but I don't see a crashed pod or anything, so. Whoa, the elephant just like spawned and despawned. That was weird. Is there a crashed pod? There is a crashed pod over there. Let's go check out this crashed pod. Is it defended? There's a lot of stuff over here. There's also some, I hear an animal. Oh, it's just operational. No cost to open that pod. Then there's a power slug under that cracked boulder. I'll get that in a second. No other good treasure around here, so. Wait a minute. That cracked boulder was hiding a coal nodule? How boring. I still hear a power slug somewhere. Am I carrying my, no, the detector thing that I can't remember the name of, which I don't actually have on my person. Maybe the power slug is up there. In which case I should probably... Oh good, a uranium deposit. Cool. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna run through this poison gas to get back. Is this actually gonna get me anywhere? Where does this poison gas go? Oh, I have to do a jumping puzzle, and there's a power slug up there. That's not really the best way for me to get back. I think I can just walk this way. And there might be a ramp. There also may not be a ramp, in which case I get to be more creative about it. Oh, I guess the other solution here is I could... What? Hey, a geyser. I just found one. There are 2 geysers here. How nice. Okay. There's also some rocks over there. Alright, should I just build a ramp out of here? I'm thinking that might be the fastest solution. Unless I can walk under there. Oh, that's the poison gas zone. I could walk over there and take this river, which would be a long time swimming. I don't really want to do that. Let's see if the poison gas zone will actually, like... Oh no, that was a jumping puzzle. Wow, it's getting super foggy around here. The other question is whether I have enough materials to build a ramp. Actually, I can probably build a ladder. I'm going to attempt to build a ladder. So the thing about building a ladder out of stackable conveyor poles is that you're really committed to your location because you can't move laterally at all if you do this. The price of failure is low because you can just recover the materials, but you also, I don't think you can like stand on a stackable conveyor pole and build another one right where you're standing. Okay, let's attempt this. Okay, and I'm out. Perfect. Alright, let's get to that hard drive research that I was doing. And I already have another hard drive that I can stick in and go. I'm thinking that probably once this all wraps up, it might be time to set up an iron mining operation. Oh, yes, okay. So my options are making screws out of steel beam, which from other research, I know that there's a alternate blueprint that's screws out of iron ingot, and I want that to be my alternate steel or screw production rather than steel beam. I want to try to avoid having to make any steel beams at all because most of the usual stuff that you make steel beams from I already have sidestepped. So I'm going to take this high-speed connector recipe. I don't. This is a far future Actually, let's look and see what high-speed connectors currently use. Currently Caterium, cable, and plastic. And this would be Caterium, silica, and rubber. Sure, why not? It's an incentive to make rubber, and that's always kind of interesting. I should probably just manually make some crystal oscillators. Well. Okay. Also, I'm guessing that the milestone for that is, yeah, here, which I can make that later. Okay. Alright, let's prepare to mine some iron and also make some and smelt it into ingots. So let's queue up like 4 Mark II miners and a large number of smelters. Well, this is just copper wire and iron rods. Okay. Sure. Step 1 will be to clear out our inventory because we're carrying a lot of nonsense. I'm going to need to move things like wood and biomass and stuff into a different box. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright. I guess I could also move the bullets into a different box. That's probably a better solution, but I'm not going to do that right now. What else do we want to move? Yeah, the alien parts. Okay, I think that's good for now. Great, cool. And now we need to make 8 portable miners, which is actually not a huge ask. Alright. And then it looks like we have basically enough stuff, but I will need to bring a lot more concrete and encased industrial beam and other stuff like that. So let's go collect some of that, and then we will head out to build some iron mines. And as I mentioned previously, my intention is to do most of the iron smelting on site near the iron mines. So, and where are the iron deposits? I think probably the first step will be, whoa, this is not going to be what I want. Oops, this might hurt badly. Yep, that's fine. Where am I? I want to go that way because this way lies iron. It's like over to the southwest, so. In fact, I can just do a scan. Right, so this close one is the iron ore that I'm mining for steel production. The other place I want to go is over here, so this is where I'm going to be mining iron for just iron ingots. Let's go this way. So if I'm going to be doing the smelting locally, I'm going to need a relatively open space to do it. Alternatively, I can build it on an elevated platform, but this is a pretty good open space, so... Alright. Here's one. I think there's more that way, or this way, I don't know. I'm actually going to back off a little bit and redo the scan, because I know that there's multiple sites. I want to get a sense for where they are. There they are. Okay, so they're all in that general vicinity. Let's try to scope them out. So there's the one. And two. I hear a power slug somewhere, but that's not a very high priority right now. And 3 and 4. Okay, so this is like, I think it's like 3 pure and 1 normal iron deposit, which is a lot of iron, so that should satisfy most of our iron needs for a long time. Okay. So step 1 will be to get these portable miners out of my inventory, so let's go ahead and do that. Can I blow up these things? Because it would save me a bit of time if I didn't have to. Nope. Oh well, it was worth a try. So they'll be kind of surprised they don't let you, like, get a technology to speed up chiseling, because in the late game it is pretty pointless. Alright, and these two things will feed into a single merger. Keep hearing a power slug. Oh, I'm probably hearing this one up here. Alright, where do I... And these two things can be pointing into another merger, which, like that. So again, oh, this actually 4 pure sources actually. So if we're making it 4 times 24, so we'll actually be making 960 iron ore per minute, which is a ludicrous number. I don't like the way this one's pointing. So there we go. Which I don't need to smelt all of that all at the same time, all at once. But this will be a good place to build some smelters. I'm gonna check and see, remind myself how fast one smelter works. So one smelter does 30 per minute. If I was actually smelting all 960, that would be, I should know what 960 divided by 3 is. Is that 32? Yep. That would be 32 smelters. That's a lot. I don't plan to build 32 smelters right now. But it does give you a sense for how much space I'll need. I think, so that means, I think if I build, so this is 2 pairs, we can treat this as 2 pairs of iron miners. And each pair will need like a bank of like 16 smelters. That's pretty manageable. Let's clear out some of the vegetation here. The other thing that's worth noting is that eventually I might have Mark III miners, in which case my calculations on the number of smelters necessary will no longer apply. So I do want to make sure that I have room for more smelters. I don't know if I'm going to need... Like, I don't know how much iron I'm going to need. It's possible that 960 iron ingots per minute will be enough for basically anything, but who knows? I want to allow for the possibility. Okay. Oh, is my inventory full of leaves? Yes, it sure is. Okay. Also full of iron ore, which is totally superfluous to hold on to. Because I'm thinking I might build the first smelter platform here. And it'll just be on a slightly elevated platform. I mean, elevated in the sense that I'm going to start it up on this little ledge. Okay, so... like here. Because, okay, so let's assume that we have a single Mark IV belt moving down here, and then it's splitting off into 2 rows of 8 smelters. Let's go ahead and hotkey smelter. We're going to be building a lot of that. And also splitter and merger, which is to say splitter and merger. Well, I'm having some hotkey problems here. There we go, okay. Okay, so... So if we have a merger pointing like this way... and then a smelter feeding into it, and a splitter. This is probably going to show that I didn't make this quite as wide as I wanted it to. I probably should have. Although I could have possibly just expand this direction and chop down this tree. Yeah, that's fine. And then another smelter going this way. And a merger. Okay. Okay, so now we just need to expand this out to being 8 by 2 smelters, which We will see if I have enough concrete. I probably don't, but that's fine. I'm gonna have to make several trips to and from the primary factory facility, just for like power and other stuff. Okay, let's see how wide I can get, or how many smelters I can get out with that concrete construction. Actually, can I kind of walk through between smelters like this? Yes, I can. So I can have very dense smelter construction here. So that's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. And then just over here also. Okay. So that's 16 smelters, which we will now order them all to make iron ingot. I wish you could automate this business, which you can do in Factorio, but I don't know of any hotkey to like copy status of buildings. Okay. Now we need a bunch of splitters. But the snap 2 lines make this pretty easy. I'm gonna probably run out of iron parts. That's fine, and this is why we're getting iron production up. All right. So I actually want to hook this up, and then I can go over here. I really should get the Mark III conveyor belt off my quick bar. I basically never use it these days because it requires steel beam, and as previously mentioned, I'm trying to avoid having to produce steel beam at all. If it eventually turns out that I cannot avoid that, then I'll just live with that, but alright, and then I'm just gonna put a foundation here. Is this gonna work? If I make a merger, I think I might be able to make the merger just float. Yeah. There. Alright, I think probably it's time to go back and get more iron parts. Because, well, I can still place some mergers, I think. which is to say those. Okay. It's not quite there. There we go. Oops. That was placed incorrectly, and oh geez, this is, okay. Nope, that's fine. Are these mergers close enough that I can just walk? Yep, they are. Okay, great. And now I'm actually out of iron. Okay, so it's now time to head back and pick up more iron parts. And probably check on hard drive research. I'm guessing it's, if not actually done, close to done. And then when I'm heading back, I will also try to pull a power line over. The nearest iron parts are probably, well, certainly not the nearest iron parts, but the iron parts I want to use up first are in these boxes that are near this limestone deposit. Yeah, these. I'm going to use up this stuff as soon as I can. We'll also need more cables, so let's grab some more of that. Okay, that's good. And we'll put away this wood and mycelia, and then see about hard drive research. All right. What? Oh, you can use Caterium as a stand-in for copper to make wire. That's actually not bad because, well, okay, so you still need copper ingots to make aluminum, like Alcan, whatever the Alcan thing is called. Which I'm not even calling it the right thing. Alternatively, there are like there's a weird way to make plastic, and then there's black powder, which this is just like a more efficient black powder recipe. It's not actually like different, because normal black powder I think is 1 coal, 1 sulfur to make. Oh, strip tells you the standard recipe. So this is just the same recipe. It uses compacted coal. So this actually is a different recipe. It just, anyway, this is very goofy. I'm not taking this black powder thing. That's stupid. I will take Caterium wire because this means that I can set up a Caterium mine and use that to make quick wire and normal wire, and that'll save me from having to mine copper for some time anyway. So I will need copper wire pretty soon. Let's go with that, and let's go grab another hard drive. Because I have some sitting over here. I have 3. So this is why I wanted to go ahead and get hard drive research going, because I was sitting on quite a few of them. Not there. Actually, I think I'm going to put the hard drives next to the lab. That seems like a good thing to do, because this is where they actually get used. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get more iron out of storage. I think I have more iron in storage. How am I doing? Hello. I'm doing pretty much fine on encased industrial beam. But actually, let's go ahead and grab another stack of that. I'm probably carrying more iron rods than I actually need, but I won't sweat that. I think I have more iron parts over here. Not there. Here we go. Oh, I also shipped over, so previously I was storing a lot of just oddities in the chest on the hub. Things like Mercer Sphere and Power Slug. So I shipped those over here. Otherwise, when I picked up the hub, they would all jump into my inventory, and I don't think I would have space for all that. So that's why this is all stuff. This stuff's all sitting here. At some other point, I'll put it some other place, but that's not very important at the moment. Okay. All right. Now we can head back over to. I think probably the easiest way to get power to the new copper or new iron mine is to just take it from the steel mine. How's the power grid doing? About 40%. That's not bad. Right, because I can. What if I just grab this power line? And then walk. Yes, wire is too long, I understand, but over here. I believe that I can put this power pole up here. Yes. Perfect. Okay. That will supply power eventually once I have all that set up. But first I have to build a bunch more mergers. Okay. Alright, so I think probably what I'll do is, I don't need to actually set up processing facilities for all 4 iron miners. Like, I don't need to build another 16 smelters. I don't, at least not on the stream. I'll do that off stream at some later time. Because this is all kind of tedious, frankly. So, and the final output here is I'm going to build a merger that just points off the. I guess if I wanted to, I could do it like this. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this merger around. Okay, so this merger will point in this direction. Whoa. That's a diagonal line. How to do that? Also, what? I don't know. That's not important. I think it's pointing at that merger there, which Okay, I just didn't know that the snap lines could be diagonal. That's pretty funky. And then build another merger here. And then this line will, just for aesthetics, I'm going to make it go on a conveyor pole, which is not strictly necessary, but makes it so that it won't clip through the other one. Okay. There we go. Whoops. That's not what I intended to do at all. Okay. There. Alright, so I'm going to run this line over to the factory and then come back and hook up power, and then iron ingots will be produced. And I think I can... Let's see. I think I'm going to run it through there. How do I feel about that? That's fine. Okay, so first of all, let's see. Hello. Yes. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, stacking conveyor belts have, or conveyor poles have pretty funky snap boxes. Okay, I don't need to be standing up super high to be able to do this. Okay, that's good. This is a lot harder than it should be. Alright, yep, okay. While I'm over here, let's just move conveyor belt 1 over to 8. There we go. That'll free up space for some future thing. Let's see here. Yeah, this is good. Okay. And let's look and see where we want this to go. I believe this is our iron processing facility. Yes, because this is, you essentially cannot see this, but the feet of the constructors are poking through the foundations, and that's going to be making iron rods, and that's going to be making iron plates. So that's where that's going to be coming out. Alright, so finishing up this conveyor belt. So gonna go this direction. And let's clear out some of the vegetation here. Okay. We might have a bit of conveyor clipping here. I can live with that. This is allowed for some reason. We might not have conveyors clipping into conveyors, but we will have conveyors clipping through the hill, so that's fun. Yes. Good. Actually, we might have both. Yes. Nice clean clip there. Fortunately, I don't think that causes any real problems. Let's get up there and to finish this, because it'll make it a little bit easier to aim the conveyor lift. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's no power here. To what extent is this actually finished? I think it just needs power and also storage. That's fine. Okay, there's the input. I think I'm gonna... So I set up these belts to provide transport across pedals, but I think it's pretty pointless because I can just walk over here and cross over, so I'm going to dismantle these. So I want conveyor lift approximately there. How do I feel about that? I can get a little bit closer. Actually, let's build a platform out like this. So I can get it closer to the factory. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Now, can I just hook this up? Yes. And then we just need a splitter to send ingots. Oh wait, is that input? No, that's output. Okay. Oops. We want a splitter here. And then you'll have several more splitters. One there, and then I'm gonna use a splitter here just to turn a corner. Which is a little crude, but that's fine. Whoop. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is... so this is all iron rod production. I'm going to set up a splitter here that will go into storage, so that you have iron rod storage. Yeah. And then I might wish I had more space. That's okay. I think that's all I really need to do for iron rods, and then for iron plates. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to make this very compact indeed. So I'm going to just put a splitter there, and then a storage container like right next to it. So this is a little bit cramped, but that's fine. Okay, so now I need to power up this facility, and then go power up the miners and the smelters, I guess. And then we'll have iron production actually happening. That's a good achievement. I'm let's see, I'm gonna collect this tower, and then put a power pole at either end of this pedal. And then I'm actually going to put a power pole on top of this box. That's allowed, right? Yeah, that's good. These all have orders, right? Yep, they all have orders. Okay, that's fine. Can I build power poles on top of constructors? That seems like a little optimistic, but I'm going to try. No, because if you have a power line, because if you try to do this, this will not be allowed. No, it just thinks you're trying to power up the constructor, which is fine and reasonable, I guess. I can still put a power pole on top of here, though. Alright, so this power pole placement is pretty haphazard, but I don't care. Okay, so now iron rod and iron plate production are powered up. And I think we can go and power up the mining and smelting facility. And I think we probably have a hard drive that's finished, so let's go check on that. Well, maybe not. Well, we'll see. Whoa. Lag spike there for some reason. Alright, ooh, an alternate blueprint for reinforced iron plate. It uses, standard recipe. So this is just more efficient. So it uses fewer iron plates. I already have an alternate blueprint for reinforced iron plate that uses, not map, oh no, I'm thinking of modular frame. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so modular frame, I have the alternate recipe that uses steel pipes. I'll definitely take the reinforced iron plate alternate recipe, because that reduces iron plate consumption, and that's good. Also, is that also reducing screw consumption? Yeah, that like drastic reduction in iron plate consumption and significant, and yeah, we go from like, wait, no. I'm an idiot. This only goes from 12 to 10 plates, but goes from 72 to 24 screws. That's much fewer screws, so that's great. And throw another hard drive in there. Okay. And now we head back to the mining area. This might not be the most direct route, but it's basically fine. Actually, I can take this route because I think this is how up. Nope. Really not talking sense now, but that's okay. Getting a little challenging to walk around here, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna run a power line over to this corner. And then use this to power up this facility. Oh boy, this is gonna be close. I think I'm gonna use a different power pole layout than I was previously using, just because the smelters are super compact, so. Here? Yes. Oops, I missed one. Crud. Okay. That means I need to grab that power line. This is going to be a little bit silly, but that's okay. There we go. So this is why I don't like building large factory facilities on stream, is because it requires a lot of concentration and I can't talk very much. And basically what I'm doing is relatively repetitive, which I enjoy doing it just fine, like on my own, but it doesn't make for great television because my commentary sucks and also it's repetitive to watch. Okay. And then we can pull this power line down to the iron mine area. And then everything wakes up. So this will probably increase electricity consumption a lot. Because this will activate 2 Mark II miners, which will then activate 16 smelters. Which again, I really wish the power graph could change the time scale on it, because you can do that in Factorio, and because these 16 smelters will eventually activate a whole bank of constructors making iron parts. So. So, quality control here, making sure that we have green lights. It might be a little while before the most distant smelters actually have work to do. So I'm not going to actually wait on all these things getting green lights up. But looks like they're doing okay. I believe that the belts are connected appropriately. And then just looking to see. So we should have a lot of iron ingots heading out. Yep, there they go. Right, so as I previously mentioned, once this smelter has 100 iron ore, and the other one opposite it also has 100 iron ore, then all the iron ore goes to the next one. So it takes a little while before the most distant smelters actually have work to do. Alright, well, let's follow the iron ingots now and make sure that iron plate and iron rod construction is happening as designed. Wow, that's backed up very quickly, actually. Which means maybe I missed something. Well, these things seem to be working. Oh. I made a mistake. I used a Mark I conveyor belt. They should all be Mark IV. Okay. Now the game lags a lot. Wow, the way it is animating Mark IV conveyor lift is not great. So this is a lot like the, I'm guessing that what's happening here is that this is like the optical illusion where if you see a video of a car, oftentimes it looks like its wheels are moving backwards because of how frame rates work. Yeah, I don't know if it's quite a Doppler shift, but yeah, the frame rate is not fast enough for this to be animated in a way that makes sense. Which, that's fine. In any case, okay, so we now are definitely using up all of our iron ingots. And we should have some, yep, there's iron rod storage, and iron plates should be stored over here. Yep, okay, great. And our iron ingot production is not so high as to actually saturate this facility, because so we should be making maximum capacity of iron ingots is like 240 per minute. Because no, actually, is it more than that? No, it should be 480 per minute. And which the Mark IV conveyor belt can carry that many. We have, for example, 6 iron plate produced things making iron plates. They work at 30 ingots per minute, so that would be 180 ingots per minute. And then we have 12 iron rods, so actually this is a total of only 360. So once iron ingot production is at capacity, 480 ingots per minute should be enough for this factory, because this is only 360 ingots per minute of oh, also one problem is I have not connected this input belt, so that's something. Okay. But as you can see, the iron ingot production is not at capacity yet, because most of the iron rod constructors are not working. That's fine. I don't think it's due to any, it's not due to any like belt errors or anything like that. It's just not enough iron ingots. All right. I think we probably have another hard drive to check on. We might actually be a little early, but let's just go look. Yep. Okay. Oh boy, turbo fuel. Hilarious. Wow, compacted coal plus fuel equals turbo fuel. Anyway, but we actually have the thing that I actually want, which is screws from ingots. So I'm going to take that. So this means I'm going to have iron ingots moving into 3 different facilities, which I'm not sure how I'm going to manage that. I might... Oh wait, I forgot to put in another hard drive. That's important. Hard drive, yes. Okay. So, as I was saying, I'm not sure where I'm going to go to get space for screw production, because if I do want to have the ingots to screws blueprint, because you use a lot of screws and it'll be more efficient, but I'm not sure where screw production is going to actually live, because if we look at what we currently have, that minor pedal is not going to be doing anything. This just goes into a wall. We have the 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock positions unused, as well as, so this, again, if the pedal I'm sitting on is the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock goes into the cliff, 2 o'clock is free, 3, 4, and 5 o'clock are free. 6 o'clock has iron production, 7 o'clock has steel production, 8 is whatever that is. So that's iron or steel pipe and encased industrial beam. 9 o'clock is concrete. And then 10 and 11 are free. And if you look at what we have to scan, we still have Caterium and quartz and bauxite and copper. I might not, and also oil and sulfur. So we have a minimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, feeds that are still going to be coming up. Let's just do a copper scan since I have to do a scan. And that's not even counting uranium, which, again, I may or may not do uranium processing on the factory. Because I'm not going to have the nuclear reactor, like, close to the factory. My plan for the nuclear reactor is to put it over here, because this is, like, the middle of nowhere. Because I know that nuclear power creates nuclear waste. That's well documented. And so I want to keep the nuclear waste away from stuff, and there's like nothing happening over here. So, in fact, I'm kind of curious if just producing nuclear fuel produces nuclear waste. So let's build a foundry speculatively. And look at what recipes we have available to us now. Okay, so yes, aluminum ingot also requires silica. So we're going to want aluminum and quartz mining to be, or quartz processing to be close to each other. Maybe I'll think about that. How do I make nuclear fuel? Yes, so uranium cell doesn't look like this process makes pollution. It probably is just the nuclear reactor. In any case. Okay. Let's get back up on the tower. So like I said, we had roughly 6 things that we want to be producing or handling the processing of. I don't know about producing on the tower in addition to screws. So, and again, our remaining petals are 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 10 and 11. Is that right? Yeah. So of those things, I feel like the least important is like black powder, so sulfur processing, although I might so I could possibly do sulfur processing off-site because I don't use very much of it. Like, it doesn't need to, production of black powder doesn't need to scale. Like, if I'm mining sulfur and want to use sulfur and coal to make compacted coal, which I may do, then that might be a different sort of thing, and I might do that off-site also. Let's see. So I want to use Caterium. So Caterium, I do want to do processing up here because I'm going to take Caterium ingots and use them to make quick wire and normal wire. Quartz processes, actually, I think I have a better plan for how to look at these things instead of looking at them on the scanner. Actually, in the recipes list is probably better. So this is weird. Don't I have... oh, I have to make the... Yes. Over here, there are a bunch of milestones related to things I've researched. So, for example, let's go ahead and do these. Yeah, Caterium wire, which just requires 100 quick wire and rubber. That's funky, but okay, so let's go grab some ingots so I can get this alternate screw blueprint. This is a good activity. It's gonna mean, I think it's gonna mean standing on a conveyor belt and just manually grabbing ingots. That's fine. Here we go. Right. Okay. Oh, wait. I totally forgot that I have these conveyor belts that let me not walk all the way around the flower structure. Okay. So just feed these ingots in here. And also, let's see. This just takes plates and screws. I can just make some screws and do this one. I already forgot how many screws it requires. Maybe about, that's probably enough. Yep. And then, let's see. Yes, Caterium wire. I don't think I have any oil around that I can make rubber from, so I am interested in getting this one, but so I'll put it on in queue, but I think I probably can just go get some, I can set up Caterium mining and that'll get me the quick wire and then later worry about oil. So quartz and oil are interesting things because the primary products they make that will actually be used at the factory are, they each make two different things. So quartz makes like, I'll pull up the recipe list here. So quartz, raw quartz is processed into quartz crystal and silica. Yes, derived from quartz. So I think what I'll probably do is at the quartz mining location I will set up, which I think this is all done just in constructors, although it might be done in smelters, but I think it's just constructors that just take raw quartz and process it into these two quartz products. I'll do that on site at the quartz mining area and just have a stack of two different conveyor belts that are carrying these two things. So I don't actually need to do this, but you know, the processing then is that silica is used in, hold on, cat's chewing on the power cable again. So I think maybe it might be. Hello, Jasper. Yes, I know you specifically chew that power cable because you know it gets my attention. What if you just chew on other cables instead? Okay. Anyway. So silica is used in making aluminum products, which I can actually show that. Yes, aluminum ingot requires bauxite and silica. Actually, Jasper, if I'm just standing around looking at blueprints, why don't you come up here and talk to me? Urgh. Here's a big old cat. Oop, there he goes. Anyway. And then Alcad aluminum sheet is, will eventually require copper ingots, so this is also a thing that requires something that's mined out of the ground. So I should probably like make a list of things that that I want to. Actually, I'm gonna pull up Notepad, take some notes. Make a list of things that either require first or second stage things from stuff mined out of the ground. So. Uh-oh. Notepad wants to open. The OBS might get a little funky here. I'm going to have to Alt-Tab out to get Notepad over to where I want it. Well, it's still capturing audio, so that's fine. Well, Jasper's moved on from chewing on tower cables to chewing on monitor cables, which is less of a hazard to the cat and more just, oops. Don't mind me, I'm fiddling with screens. Okay, I think I've gotten most of these things back where they're supposed to be. Not quite yet. I have 2 monitors here, but that still is not quite enough to make this totally seamless. Anyway. You know what, I think it's time to have a cat break, so I'm going to pause the stream and fix my other stuff, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.